Hello, everybody. So, welcome to another episode of Touching Eternity, the podcast, with
Good,
your
e-
hosts, Sid Patrick and Alicia Nicole.
good evening, everyone. I'm really excited about tonight's episode, and I'm going to try not to cry as we talk about it.
Aww.
Animals always make me cry whenever we talk about animals passing, and I was already told it's okay to cry on camera, but
Aww.
I don't want to do ugly cry faces.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we're going to let a few people sign on, but while we're waiting for people to sign on, I'm going to do the commercials. We always like to get those commercials in. So this Saturday at 9 a.m. at my home is the grief group. And so some of y'all might need to come to that grief group because a lot of the people are upset. A lot of people are upset right now, and a lot of people are having some grief. So Saturday at 9 a.m. at my house, you can join the grief group. We got a Facebook group, and to get in the grief group, go to my website, sid-patrick.com, and you can sign up. It's $20. I use that $20 to buy food, drinks, or sometimes we do arts and crafts, or we do something in the group every time we meet, and we talk about grief. We talk about different aspects of grief and how to get around it. And sometimes I'll make connections with the group of people in the group and connect with their loved ones on the other side. It is a group we meet monthly. So this Saturday at 9 a.m. is the grief group. So come have a light breakfast and some drinks with us.
And meet some new friends.
Hey, Denise. I don't have my glasses on. That is Denise, yes.
That's Denise.
So this...
And Gwen. Hi, Gwen.
Hello, Gwen. Yeah, she made it again. Gwen, you've becoming a regular. You've becoming a regular groupie of Touching Eternity podcasts. Great. So...
we need followers.
Yes.
And I'm gonna put the intent out there for 2025. I am totally down with a champagne sponsor.
Okay, yeah, because that's a good idea, because I love champagne. We can start drinking some champagne.
We should.
I got the best con in my refrigerator right now. I got a really good brand.
Okay, I'm open to that.
Ah,
We can
hey,
make this
Cindy.
happen.
So I'm glad y'all
Hi,
could
Cindy.
join. I hope I get my animal lovers out here tonight, because that's going to be the topic tonight is animal energy. So let's change over to our new screen since some of y'all signed up already or logged in. So I'm going to put it over to the regular scene here so you can see us. Hi. So again, hey, Stacy. So, Stacy and I had a wonderful weekend in Tulsa. We had a tornado go through.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, it went over above us, and all the lights kept flickering, and the power went out, on and off, and we stayed in bed. We didn't budge.
That wasn't your energy. That was just the storm's energy.
Yeah, Gwen. The grief group is for anybody. Anybody can attend. Some people come. Some people come back and join us. Some people, you come when you can. It's for anybody that wants to come. We do something different every time. Last month we went out to eat. I took everybody out to eat with their donation. We all went to a restaurant for lunch, and we sat and we talked and discussed things. And this time it's going to be at my house. Yeah, neither one of us moved with the tornado. We didn't leave. Everybody was running around, going to the lobby. We didn't even budge. I was like,
gosh.
It was like, oh, we were exhausted. We did aura photos. And I wanted to bring that up because we're going to talk a little bit about auras and energy and the colors of energy during tonight. So anyway, the grief group is this Saturday, 9 a.m. Everyone is welcomed. It really is a time to come relax and just express your grief. I mean, stop keeping it bottled up. Let it out. We talk about the different ways to help get around it. We talk about the different types. We talk about how different people react to it. And if and every now and then I don't do a reading every time. It depends on what activities we have planned. But this time, I know for Christmas we're going to be doing an activity. I'm not sure. I know we're going to have breakfast this time and probably some champagne. with breakfast. And that it's just like minute, like maybe some donuts or something like that, and some coffee, and probably maybe some champagne. So come join us, and you can get a ticket on my website, sid-patrick.com. So it's, or if you want to just show up, just show up. If you do, please bring cash in case Stacy can't make it. I'm hoping she does. But Magni will be here, so you can use a credit card if you come. But it's $20, and like I said, it goes to help him purchase all the, the food and the drinks, and if we do an activity, it helps cover the cost. So I don't ask you for more money once you hear it. Whatever we contribute goes to whatever activity or food or drinks that we do with the activity. So that's what the money is used for.
And then we have the pendulum class coming up too. I'm really excited about that one.
So the pendulum class, George actually wrote me. He's excited. George has been trying to come to New Orleans. Another hurricane.
Oh gosh, coming. Yes, I just thought about that.
Coming. George has been trying to come teach this pendulum class in New Orleans now for like 3 or 4 years, and George designed some of the most unique pendulums on the market today. They're balanced, they're weighted, they're absolutely gorgeous, they're beautiful. And he retired. Finally, he's retired, and he sold his business, and they still carry them, but they don't have that George touch to them. And
the weight is really nice. When I held that and compared, it was just kind of like,
they're very balanced.
Not to say that I'm a snobby girl, but you can recognize quality sometimes.
Yes, George's pendulums are wonderful, and he's got like 50 left, and he's bringing them with him.
Okay.
So people will be able to buy them, and probably less than I could sell them for, because he's a wholesaler.
Yeah.
So he's going to probably offer them a little less than what I was selling them for.
I got a couple.
So if you want to probably get some, you could get some. But the class is $125, and that's because it's an all-day class. It's from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and it's 2 parts. George will be leaving the next day, but if anybody has struggles with one part, he will wait and leave later in that day on Sunday, because we will invite you to the house for an extra class free. So we want to make sure that you get all, because he's all there is about the pendulum, because he is he's bringing like graphs and different things. He's also going to teach you how to build your own graphs to get answers that you might need or want,
those
and
are
maps
nice.
And stuff. So he's going to be doing that. Hey, Julie. So it's going to be a really, 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 really good class. So I'd highly recommend that class. It's going to be November 23rd. It's a Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's going to be held at Mystic, which is the old center that I used to own. The woman that I sold it to has rented it out to us for the day. So we've rented it out, and so it's going to be held there in the classroom. I would have had it here, but I didn't know how many people were going to sign up.
And it's nice to have the classroom too.
It's more comfortable at my house, because we can have champagne here.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also too, when you're learning, it is nice to have that kind of organized setup.
It is, I guess. But anyway, because all my classes are going to be done here. You can
still bring champagne. I mean, nothing's stopping you. It's New Orleans.
Well, there is a daiquiris across the street,
but
champagne's better.
Oh, and they have the seasonal daiquiri flavors coming up. Yeah, I need to bring you one. There's a daiquiri place down the street from me. They have a hot chocolate daiquiri.
Really? Bring that to Magni, because Magni likes chocolate.
Oh, that's so, yeah. Okay, I'm going to bring that.
Person.
I'm going to bring that next time for y'all.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. So now to get, so tonight's topic is going to be animal energy. So we're going to talk a lot about animals tonight, and where their chakras are, and how to.
Hi, Jay.
We're going to actually talk a little bit about healing as well, healing those animals as well through using their chakra points. So let me come over here and go to here. And let me go to the PowerPoint. There we go. Hi, y'all. Everybody can see that, I'm sure. And then let me come over here, and you tell me when you're ready. So introduce the class. So you go ahead.
I put together my first PowerPoint. It felt kind of like I was back in school, but it's nice. I like PowerPoints because it's very organized. And like I said, I'm going to try not to cry, because I love love my animals. I work in animal health care, and it really is one of my big passions in life. And so this really means a lot to me. Animals and their energy, and people are always very drawn to animals. Animals and children, when people are stressed, that is something that we naturally flock to as people. And as we're becoming more aware spiritually, people want to find ways of better connecting with their animals and their pets. And so this is kind of what I wanted to go over and talk with a little bit about.
Okay. So let's do that.
And so now we're going to do some reading. So animals have auras too. Not a lot of people realize that, but dogs and cats both have an energy body, and they each have their own chakra centers. The animal chakra system also emits different colors, vibrations depending on the shape and intensity of the energy in each center. The color schemes of the animal chakra systems are similar as the human systems are, and the functions are nearly the same. In four-legged animals, the main difference is the alignment, and the chakra positions are often horizontal instead of vertical. So that's something to keep in mind.
Okay, so just a little help you out here for those of you who may not be as old as dirt like I am. So one of the things they taught us in school, how to remember those colors and in order from root to
I
crown.
love it when you do this because I forget it every time.
It's
But
Roy G. Biv.
yeah, I was thinking of that the other day.
If you remember Mr. Roy G. Biv, that's how you remember the colors. Because that's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, and they all create white light. And so that's Roy G. Biv. And so that's how you remember the colors. And it's the colors of the rainbow. So it's Roy G. Biv.
I like that. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna I've have some pictures that I included too. So we'll show y'all how that looks. So in animals, the energy field is usually much wider than it is in humans, and that's because animals' natural survival instinct. So their aura tends to absorb much more sensory information than humans. They receive and distribute energy through each chakra individually, which makes them more sensitive to subtle vibrations and changes within the atmosphere or environment. So when you think about the thunder jackets for your dog or your cat, if the storm's coming, how they know it. I often think of that horrible disaster that was in Indonesia. What was that?
With the wave, the tsunami.
The tsunami, yes. How people reported several days before that all the animals went to higher ground.
So I want you to think about something for a minute, though, too. So I think, truly believe that humans also have the ability to have that sensory sensation like animals, that wide field, but mankind has put so much more static energy in our field that we don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, we the animal's natural survival, they're just based on staying alive. We're based on so much more too, and we don't.
So we don't pay attention.
Yes,
we don't pay attention to those things, and I've learned that a lot with mediumship. So even when I'm doing mediumship, you're putting that energy out there, and we're absorbing all that energy in, and it's creating these pictures and these senses, and everything is working for us. And I notice that I have to go to my right brain and really resonate. And that's why I play with my stone. Really go there and resonate for a minute to really get the true clear pictures. But then if I have any kind of distractions, or if I let anything else come in, that it does distort the ability to sense. And so you need that clear sense in order to get those clear pictures, or to get that clear concept. So I tell people, you have to be able to get into those meditative states. And animals aren't, first of all, they don't have the complexity that we have. And so their little energies are just very super sensitive.
But they do meditate.
Oh, well, they do.
They do. My cat does love to meditate with me.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, they do. But again, they don't. But your cat's not worrying about paying the bills. and it's not worrying about what I'm going to do tomorrow to go pay those bills.
That's true.
And your cat doesn't have a schedule about how many
she knows
people,
when her treats are coming.
Right, exactly.
That's her schedule.
That's her schedule, right? Yep. And when they get to the litter box.
Mm-hmm. And so back to their chakra systems, because they're slightly different, I learned. They have an etheric. Is that the word? Etheric. Okay, I'm learning new words tonight too. They have an etheric chakra system, just like humans. Most animals have 8 major chakras, up to 21 minor chakras, and 6 smaller energy points known as bud chakras, which is so cute. Their little paw pads, and the bud of skin at the opening of their ears.
So let people know this when you say that. So humans too have more than the 7, but they don't market them.
Okay.
But they do.
Why?
Because they're not the main sources of energy. But if you truly look, if you ever go take a healing course, like a really true in-depth healing course,
yeah,
you have chakra points all over your body too, including your finger pads and stuff too.
Our little paw pads.
Yes.
Okay.
So yes,
gotcha.
Actually you do have more points. But these are all extensions of what is one of those 7.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Alongside the 7 major chakras that animals share with humans, we have our crown, the third eye, the brow, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the sacral, and root. There is another major chakra which is unique to animals only, and it's called the brachial or key chakra. Most animals have 8 major chakras, which play an important role in their general behavior. And like humans, these chakras can be stimulated and healed in a variety of ways. And I was talking with one of my mentors, Cindy, who is on this, who's watching us tonight.
I see that.
And she brought up a wonderful point that animals having chakras, that shows and reminds us that they are spiritual beings. I think that there's sometimes misconceptions with people that like, oh, the dog doesn't know anything, blah, blah, blah. The dog is very aware. The dog is aware, and the dog is a spiritual being. And like humans, our animals, they do have different purposes in our lives. Some are healers. Cindy was sharing a wonderful story with me about her dog. It was a rescue dog. And because of what it had gone through in its life, how it senses and it knows when other people are stressed and how it's there for people. And so that's really cool how it was able to learn a lesson, and then how do I help others, which yes, animals are spiritual beings, that's showing already development with their them on a spiritual level. I often joke that my cat is a protector.
Sorry, a cat was looking at you. Halloween. Okay.
She was a little jealous of my black costume, but anyone who's ever entered my house can speak to that. They usually leave with blood drawn. Or any, I had, when I lived in the quarter, we had several attempted break-ins, and she charged the door like she was a Doberman and has been able to protect the house every single time. So I think that that's her role. And then we have some of our teacher animals too. I don't know of any personal ones that are teachers, but maybe the ones that work with small kids, or people trying to educate them on different things, or maybe just, what I would say actually as a teacher animal is, I hear about the prisons that have animals and that are teaching people love and compassion again through these animals.
Well, not just in prisons, but even in old folk homes, and like when they have those companion animals that bring them love and bring them joy, because they're lonely, so they help them keep that compassion going. And yes, pets are angels. Yes. But also, you said something earlier that I wanted to talk about too. So there's more than just animals and people that have auras. All living things have an aura. So when I teach auras, one of the things, when I get people to see auras, one of the things, especially down here in the South, I'll take people outside and have them look at trees to see the auras around trees. Because trees put out a phenomenal aura. And if you're ever driving on a hot summer day and you look at a tree, you can definitely see the energy
line
ring,
around it,
the
yeah.
line around the energy that goes around a tree. So yeah, I mean, anything that's living has an aura. So and trees are really good energy sources to go see that. That's why I tell you, hug a tree whenever you're feeling drained. You hug
So
a tree.
that's where the phrase tree hugger comes
Yes,
from.
that's where the phrase tree hugger
Okay.
comes from. Absolutely.
All right. I was out in Laplace today driving around and they had
Mm-hmm.
some lovely trees. And they were by the swamp. And my first thought was, I bet you there's an alligator in that swamp. And as I'm learning, they have a chakra too,
Yes,
but
they do.
I don't want to get close to it unless it's going to be on my feet later.
Or on a
In
handbag.
a handbag,
You're
yes.
terrible.
I
All
know,
right.
but it's the circle of life.
Oh,
So
yet to be a handbag. There you go.
it's an alligator. It could eat the dog. So here we have a picture of the animal chakras and how you can see that they are going to be in more of that horizontal pathway on them. And the brachial, I think, is interesting because that's not the one that we have. And that's kind of more almost on the back of their necks, is how I would describe that.
That's where for cats, that's where they pick them up from.
Yeah.
From that brachial right there. Mm. So if you were going to do pendulum healing with those, you would go over all those points and see which one needed to be healed. The pendulum would swirl. You would have to go with that with your pendulum.
So now we're going to talk about animal Reiki because Reiki can be done for animals. I'm going to preface by beginning with the bottom line that I have. This is not a substitute for veterinarian visits. Animals age on average 7 years to or 1 year in humans. So that's why it is so important to bring them to get their annual blood work and their fecals checked. That's really important in this state, even if they are indoor animals, just because there's so many parasitic elements that can be introduced. So let's try and keep them healthy. But on a spiritual level, there's a lot of benefits that Reiki can do for them, alleviating their stress, their anxiety, nervousness, and producing more of that calm state. It can increase their energy levels and their overall well being. It can be used as a nice supplement to medical treatments. It can help them heal after surgery, injury, or trauma, and can relieve their aches, pains, strains, and allergies. That helps too with addressing issues with their coat, their skin, or their feathers. I've been talking a lot about cats and dogs, but some people do also really like birds. Getting our pets through depression or bereavement. If someone dies in the house or if they lose another, if there's a companion animal to that companion animal, they do notice that. They notice that someone's gone and or their fellow dog friend is gone and they do mourn that. And I have
I
seen
had a
that.
dog that went through grief when
Yes.
I had two dogs and one was very big and I had to give him back to the breeder because I was living in an apartment. He couldn't live in an apartment. He was a mastiff.
Oh, yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah, and so I had to give him back because I didn't have a yard for him, and so the smaller dog that I kept, and she went into total depression.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to show a picture in one of the upcoming slides, an animal that I had with my ex-husband, and we had to put it down. It actually died in my arms. It was horrible. But after that dog passed, I remember the remaining dog would spend so much time around the house looking for him, and we ended up getting a puppy to help him with that process, just because that was his buddy, that was his friend, and now he was gone. And so Reiki's great to help them in that process. And the owners can benefit from knowing that they're passing along that love and healing to their pets. Another thing, too, that Cindy shared with me that I think is great, that it can help prepare them for if they're getting ready to transition, to kind of prepare them for that as well, and to help open up the animal to that experience. And so unlike human Reiki, Animal Reiki, it doesn't emphasize necessarily hands or hands positions or hands on or really too much touching the animal. Most animal Reiki practitioners, they don't lead with their hands. You can do animal Reiki from a distance, and that way it gives the animal a lot more ability to be in charge of that and then choose how they want to receive the Reiki, how much Reiki they want to receive, because they tend to be smaller than us. Sometimes the length of time is not needed as much because they'll feel the energy right away and they'll know. So not as much is needed, but as with any meditation, Reiki, prior to doing this, it's important to really set that intent of what you want to do to help your animal. If you're wanting to bond with them, overcome illness, anxiety, prepare them for transition.
Tina, Valium. No, I'm just kidding. Tina.
Gabapentin.
Gabapentin. How can I calm a high energy 2-year-old lap dog that was brought into a household at a young age of 3 months to 3 people over the ages? 3 minutes, a baby has nothing on us.
You're a lucky
Well,
little. Aw, high energy. What kind of dog is it? I'm curious.
Yeah, what type of dog is it? If you tell me a Chihuahua, I'm gonna say you have no.
Oh yeah, you're at the mercy of that dog at that point. Chihuahuas are the scariest dogs.
I know they are.
To me, they are like they bite and attack more people I've seen in clinics than like the a pit bull. Or pit bulls are wonderful with kids.
So if it has a lot of energy, things that I would recommend are one, letting them spend some time outside grounding, and then bringing them in and maybe doing it's a miniature
Multi-poo.
Okay, those can also be very aggressive.
They can be, but it's got that poodle part, and poodles are one of the smartest.
Right.
I would also look at the fact that it's 2, so it is still a baby. Right. So, it is still growing.
So it needs to play. Let it go outside and play. When they come in, I would definitely during the day keep them very active. Give them toys, give them things to play with, give them things to do. Then in the evening, then I would probably try some Reiki and maybe some music or some downtime. And feed them right before you want them to go to bed because that makes everybody sleepy.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Yes, don't feed them till late. You're ready for them to go to bed.
You know what is really good too is I work with something. I should have brought that to show. I have 5 million in my car. They're called lick mats. And it's this little square mat and you can put like peanut butter or like cheese on it and it occupies them and it gives them a focus because they have to figure out how to get the food.
Right.
And then I read today more animals are watching television shows because our TVs are a lot more advanced now. They can see the screens better, and they have my cat has a YouTube channel that she watches called Birder King, and that's really good to stimulate her. It's scenes of birds, and whoever does this channel, they do a really good job because they'll decorate it seasonally. Like for the summertime, they'll have these miniature beach chairs, and then they'll throw like a bunch of bird seed on the ground, and then the cat will just sit there and watch these birds come and squirrels. It's great.
Okay, keeps them entertained. Right.
So next.
There I am.
Okay, so this is a picture of a dog, one of my former dogs that I was talking about, and the orbs come back, how we had been talking about orbs all last month. So here's orbs all around this dog, and it was very interesting when I started taking pictures. I lived in a very haunted house in Cincinnati. We'll talk about that next October. But I had 2 dogs. One was healthy, and this dog had horrible hip dysplasia, was about a 14-year-old German Shepherd, and they could be in the same room. And I would take pictures of the German Shepherd, and as you can see, there would just be orbs all around him, all different sizes. And then I would take pictures of the other dog that was standing next to him, and it would just be completely clear. So I was kind of always curious, well, why is that? What's going on? And a lot of times those orbs, they can be the souls of that past owner of that animal that are coming back to visit it and perhaps checking on it. This is when I start to get emotional. Or it can be the souls of other animals that know that animal is getting ready to pass over. and they're there as a calming force to help prepare it to transition to the Rainbow Bridge.
Well, or maybe it's just healing for that dog.
It could be too.
You know, it could be just healing. It could be just that could be loved ones, or maybe part of visiting, or just healing for the dog.
Mm-hmm. And then I saw this picture on the internet after I was researching and looking about the orbs. And as you and I both know, we don't believe in coincidence. And I thought that this was great, that it was also a picture of a shepherd. And for those who eventually, if you're not able to see this, the dog that you love today that was sent to you by the dog that you loved yesterday. And that's something to keep in mind. A lot of people always say after they have had an animal pass that they never want to get another animal. And I think that that's not always the best way to go. Honor that other animal by loving other animals. Yeah. Me too, girl. Me too.
Aww.
And so I wanted to give a special thanks to my friend Cindy Armstrong. Cindy teaches Reiki for people, and then she also teaches animal Reiki. Her Reiki classes are generally about 4 hours, and they're $250. She can be reached at 504-242-5545, or if you don't live in the New Orleans area, 877-774-6652. And then she also does do Reiki on animals as well. So if it's not something that you necessarily want to learn, but Tina, with your multi-poo, this could be something perhaps to look at, is maybe giving Cindy a call and seeing if she can help out with some animal Reiki.
Cool. Okay.
That's it.
That's it. So let's go back to here and let's talk a little bit about all that. See, there we are. Now let's go back. So again, animals are very sensitive creatures. I think that you should always keep a good rapport with your vet, but you should always try. I always looking at both Eastern and Western medicine for people, for animals, for everything. You should always try to, when you're trying to heal, you have to understand completely what you're trying to heal. And one thing, since we're talking about healing, let's talk about healing. And even though we're talking about animals, I'm just going to bring it into the forefront because it applies to animals too. Don't just look at the illness. Look at all the energetic factors that are involved. So the animals having issues. What's going on with them? Is the animal being exposed to any kind of emotional traumas? Mm-hmm. Is the animal being exposed to any environmental traumas? Is the patient being, is this patient, listen to me, patient, the nurse and me. Is this animal, what is this animal being exposed to?
The environment. Yeah, that's always the way you gotta look at.
What's going on? Is there emotional stuff? Is there environmental stuff? Is this animal getting, getting out, or is someone trying to cause the animal harm? You want to look at everything, and then you want to put things in perspective, and you want to put the animal into a safe place, and then you want to start working on sending that energy, and you can just be sitting there talking to them real sweetly and working, doing some long distance, like a way Reiki on that animal. You can do that for people too, and I tell to people, when you're doing Reiki on a person, you have to, before you start doing your Reiki, you need to evaluate that person. What's really going on here? What caused this illness? Why did this illness pick this host? And that's a good question when you do any type of healing.
That's a really good point.
Is to figure out why did this illness choose this host? And I want to flip that in reverse too. Why did the host choose the illness? Because sometimes it's the host that chooses the illness. And when you go in to do a healing, you have to, because you have to go and figure out how, as a healer, am I going to create the separation between illness and host. So you have to figure out, and that's as a healer, that's what we're doing. I mean, we're going in and we're going to do, we're going to send energy, we're going to send prayer, we're going to send love and light, we're going to send that healing energy in it to get rid of or create that divide between illness and host. And that's the intention that we put out there. And a lot of people don't realize that, but one thing I've learned with healing is that the recipient has to be willing to receive it.
That's a very good point, and that's, if they don't, then it's not going to hurt, but
Right,
it's
it's
not
not
going
gonna-
to have its intended effect
Right.
of helping
Right.
us.
And so a lot of times I will counsel, and I think Stacy can tell you this, especially if it's a person that I'm working with and doing healing, I will counsel with them first and say, are you really ready for a healing?
Mm-hmm.
You know, have you looked at these factors? And I will go through some things and discuss things with them first. Because every healer is not made for every person. I don't think, and again, and I don't think every healer should get upset if they're not the healer for you. Because you have to be energetically bonded with your healer. If you're going to have an effective healer, you have to trust them. They have to have some kind of energetic connection with you, and you have to be comfortable enough in your illness or in your acceptance of your illness to let that healer's energy consume you.
Trust.
Right. There has to be a trust.
Yes.
And you have to be willing to allow that healer in and allow yourself to let that illness move away from you. So you have to understand why you've attracted that illness, and you have to be willing to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell it to people all the time. And people say, "Well, that didn't work for me."
We've talked about that in the past. We actually talked about that in one of the grief groups,
Yes.
about the power to mentally. I mean, this is rare, but it does happen where you can ward off or cure your own illnesses, and I mean, the body is capable of self-healing.
Oh, yeah, we see it all the time.
Yes, and sometimes it's just, well, how do you activate?
Well, that's what a healer does.
Well,
They
yeah, that
help
is,
you,
yes.
They help you activate
yes.
those things. They help you activate your energy. They help activate your energy centers and get those chakras spinning the way they need to spin to give you the energy boost your body needs to get that illness away from you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what a good healer basically does.
True. Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's pretty much with a Reiki healer does. Or they call in a higher power or an energy to come in and do
healers. Like you said, when you've done that, you call in the history of healers to come and work their magic also.
Right. You know, I mean, it depends on the type of healer you are. There are many different types.
I did that. Did I tell you my ferret story?
No, you healed a ferret?
I did. I healed a ferret several months ago. And I remembered that you were saying how mediums you can call upon past healers and come in and heal this animal. And so I was in a clinic, and it was really sad, and I'd never seen anything like this before. It was a ferret that had been stepped on. And I'm just going to apologize. I'm looking straight at the camera, breaking the third wall. I'm just going to apologize right now to anybody who is sensitive, or but we deal with some gross stuff. So it had been stepped on by its owners, and you could see the straight line of its little ferret body, and then all of its organs were kind of pushed to one side. And I mean, I could see where, okay, this is where this is. We're looking at a Hail Mary situation right now. So I work with a device that the first thing it does is take down inflammation. So it's like, okay, we're going to turn this device down low. And ironically, the device, it is set on something called energy settings. And so I put it at a low energy setting, and I'm going over the ferret, and I'm thinking in my head, we need to call on healers. We need to call on our history of healers. They need to come in, and they need to rescue this little guy for his family. And you know what?
He came back.
They did, yes, and he is now thriving. So it was it was a wonderful story.
There you go. You know, I truly believe in healing because, like I said, I've been healed. I've had some healers work with me on multiple occasions. I shouldn't even be sitting in this chair right now, but I've had good healers. I only have a few that I allow put hands on me, because again, you have to have that trust. You have to have that ability to have that energetic bond with them, and they have to trust you. I mean, it is not just me trusting them. They have to also be comfortable with me. We have to be comfortable with each other in order for that healing to seal, in order for that energetic bond or exchange to happen. You know, I tell it to people all the time, because if you want to be truly healed, that's what it takes. Any questions about animal energy before I start to read? What did Cindy say? You had the power all along. Yes, she did.
Thank you, Cindy.
Yes, she did, Cindy. Yes, she did. Any questions, anybody, about healing or animals?
Are you going to do a reading?
I am going to do a reading.
Do you think you're going to get an animal?
I
Can
might.
you focus it on? Okay.
No, well,
Since we're I'm trying to keep you in themes because you are my male Leo.
I can't call out who I'm going to get.
I know, but you're my male Leo, so you run wild, and I try the lion running wild.
I can only get what they give me. So
do you want my some moonstone?
No, okay. I'm trying new things.
All right, I'm gonna let you.
I'm gonna let you. This. So I actually do have somebody jumped in, and again, if so, when I read, first of all, you have to understand when I read for people, usually they'll come out, and if they have a pet that's passed, the pet will show up. I don't ever get a pet first. That's seldom. Usually, they'll drop a pet in, somewhere along the line. So I got to see, but you got to turn it.
I got to turn the light off.
That red, because I see in my third eye now. Now I see is circles. I see a circle. It looks like infinity. So guys, while I'm reading, if you understand what I'm saying, I need you to type it out. Type yes, no, I don't know, I understand that. So you need to type it, because I can't see you, I can't hear you. So the only way I can understand if you understand what I'm saying will be if you type it out. But as I sit here, the first one that comes to me is a female. She comes in like a mother figure to me. So this is going to be a mother or a grandmother figure to me. As she comes to me, I do want to say that I feel she was on a little bit on the heavier side, not thin, but not necessarily over, but she was on the heavier side. I also want to say, when she comes to me, I also feel like I feel filled with fluid with her. So I think there must have been something either with her lungs or something with her heart, because there's fluid. I feel fluid. Does someone understand this woman as she comes close to me? I can tell you she was married at least once. Well, she was grandmother. She was, because she had him. But I see it. Her husband would be passed as well, because she comes with a gentleman. He's smaller than her, actually. In I don't want to say size, but in he's not. She's, how can I say? He's tall, but I can't remember if he's just a smaller frame than she is. But you would understand that I can say. But when I see these two side by side, I love her. When I see her, she doesn't appear to me, but she seems to be filled with fluid. Who understands this? Does someone understand this out there? You can relate, Julie. Thank you. And then her husband would be passed as well. You understand that? Because there's a male there with her, and he looks like a husband to her. Okay. So Tina does. Julie, do you understand that as well? I'm going to split them.
Yes.
Okay. Now, also, I'm going to work with both of y'all. I also feel that in their home, they would have had one of those old fans, especially running all the time. Do you understand that? They show me like in one of those old, it looks black to me, but it's like an old fan. It would have been, and it would have been like an old fan that they would put in the kitchen, especially. Do you understand that the kitchen would be a significant place to see an old fan? Know that yes was there from before. Tina or Julie, do y'all understand the fan in the kitchen? Because she's showing me, and it looks like three things. I don't know if they had air conditioning.
I'm saying a ceiling fan.
No, this is not a ceiling
fan.
Not
Not like a ceiling like is in the attic.
This is not in a ceiling fan. This is a fan, like a fan that stands like that's sitting. That's because it's facing this way. Tina, do you understand that? Julie, do you want to type yes or no? You can say no to me because I gotta see what this thing is they're showing me. Tina, I just moved a black fan on my patio on a stand today. Tina, I think I'm with you because that's exactly what I saw was a black fan. So I want to go there. All right, Tina, I think I'm with you, Madonna. I'll tell you that. Now, would you understand the month of December being significant with either this husband or this wife, Tina? Would you understand that? No. But with you, yes. So that's fine. So is that your birthday or what is it with you? Because I feel it's either going to be like a birth. It's going to be a birth or passing, and you're still here. So it would have to be your birthday. Okay. So because you're still here. Okay. Because when it birthday and passing look the same to me. So okay, that's fine. And so notice they're recognizing your birthday. That's fine as long as it's you or them. Now that's wild. Did you this? Did you not know your father's family well? Or is this your father or grandfather? Let me ask that question. Is this your parents or grandparents, Tina? Because they look the same to me. Because I got a question. Because it's something they just showed me. This is your parents. Did you not know your father's father well? Did you not know your grandfather on your father's side well? What does he say?
Daphne. Hi, Daphne.
Hi, Daphne. Tina, did you not know did you not know your grandfather or did he die when you were very young? While I'm talking to you, Tina, there above your dad on your dad's side, on that side of your dad, comes a male who comes forward who says, yeah, I didn't think you knew him well. He made me feel like he passed away when you were young. So the family just clarifying who they are to me. So you understand he passed away when you were very young. Okay. Perfect. So he's not perfect, but they're making sense now. Did someone in your family, I got to understand what this is about. Just say yes or no to this. Did someone in your family work for the post office? It's okay to tell me no. Because then when you tell me no, I'm going to tell you what they showed me. Not that you. So on the mom's side, there looks like they dropped a mailbox. Are you living in your mother's house, or is there something to do about your mailbox? What's up with the mailbox? As I'm talking about your dad's family, on mom's side, a mailbox drops. I don't know what that's about, but I need to say that to you. Okay. Not that you. Okay. Tina, is there oil in your family? We live in my husband's grandmother's house. Okay, so it is a female house that a family y'all live in. Okay, that's what somebody's probably trying to say to me. But is there oil in this family? And she passed away. Okay, is there oil in this family, Tina? Or is there money from oil in this family? They show me an oil rig. That's why I'm asking that question. I don't think it means somebody. It could mean somebody worked on the rigs, but I'm kind of thinking it's. Hey, Kathy. Do you understand that, Tina? Show me an oil rig. It made me feel like somebody there was something there's some kind of there was either oil in this family or something about this. There was a battle of the Plaquemine Parish oil royalty. Got it. Okay, they must be bringing that up. I have no idea. Just something to do with oil and money coming from oil. Huh. So got it. Okay, I didn't know about that.
Important. Yeah.
All right, so they talking about that, and I never got that one out of there. And did you just cut yourself with a knife accidentally? What's that about? Hey, Rhonda. Did you accidentally cut yourself while cooking recently? Your mother just showed me a knife straight up, and it usually means somebody just cut themselves while cooking or accidentally cut themselves. Did you just do that? No, I poked myself with a pecan pick today. She's telling me you got picked or you bled from a cut. That's okay. That's usually my sign for that. All right. Okay, and so talking with the family and any grandchildren, Tina? Six of them? Is one of them 7 years old? Oh, they're older. The number 7 came up, and it made me feel like somebody was 7 years old. So I want to say that. So I don't know what that's about, and that made me feel like it was a grandchild. I don't know your grandchildren. Unless they're telling me you're about to have number 7 on the way. I don't know. I don't know, but I just saw the number 7 and they went to grandchild, so I don't know.
7, thank you.
7, thank you. Oh, okay. Oops.
Did you forget one?
Whoop. Anyway, that's funny.
Yeah.
But that's funny. Anyway, Tina. So lots of love from the family, girl, and they're here with you. So I wanted to just leave you with that. And I came in late. Are we getting to ask you questions? Or no, we're just doing some readings, Kathy, before we sign off. Tonight we talked about animal energies and we went through healing and animal chakras tonight. So that's what the talk was tonight. And tonight I'm just doing a couple of what I call these blinded reading because I cannot see anybody, nor can I don't know who's online. And the only way I can communicate is if they type out an answer, then their name pops up. But other than that, I don't know who all the 12 people are in the room at any given time. Like I don't see a list of names. So all I'm doing is picking out what I'm getting just from the vibe of being in the room with everybody. And I'm going to do one more reading if I can pull somebody. Ooh. Who's that? I have somebody's father here who passed from cancer. He's definitely a father. And whatever the cancer is, I kind of feel it's either lung or it's lower. It's here to here. Because he's hit me right in there.
I got that too. And on the male side, because now you're showing me.
Yep. Anybody here had a father that passed with cancer? Just say yes or no so I can see how many I got.
Lisa.
So Lisa. Okay, Lisa. And do you also understand?
Long.
Okay. And do you also, and Julie, okay, so listen, Julie and Lisa. Do you also understand that over the sofa there would have been a very long picture? Long. She said long, but it's really weird. I gave him this long picture behind the sofa. Do you understand that? Lisa, do you understand that? Julie, do you understand that? I got to see who I'm with because I have no idea at this time. When every time I show them, I keep seeing like looks like on the wall is a big long picture, and it stretches like the length of like behind the sofa. It looks like I can't see what the picture is, but it looks my Leo in me tells me like the Last Supper or something, but it probably wasn't.
I see blue.
But it's just I just keep seeing like a long picture. Yeah. Okay, so I got still got you both. Okay, let's talk about now. Do both of you have a brother? Say yes or no. Lisa, do you have a brother? Julie, do you have a brother? Because this person has a son too. Julie, yes. Lisa, do you have a son? I mean a brother? Yes. Okay. Some just could be a piggyback, guys, because they have all the information they give me. I'm both understanding. Now, also, now, this man would have died around someone's anniversary. Do you understand that? Lisa or Julie? Would it have been your anniversary or his anniversary? There's an anniversary around the death because they're showing me roses. Lisa, do you understand that? Julie, do you understand that? Or is your mother named Rose? That'd be the only thing that would mean.
No.
Julie, no. Lisa, do you understand that? September. So is that around? So he passed in September, and is that an anniversary? Do you understand what I'm saying? Did he pass around someone's anniversary? Is there an anniversary surrounded around the death of this person? Because I just saw roses pop up between him and his wife. It was in September. That's fine. But was his death in September as well?
He died in July.
No. Can't take that. Can't take that. I got to figure out what the note. Neither one of y'all parents' name was right. I got to say something. Lisa.
He's sending the mother roses or the child roses.
No, I got to figure out what this is. Hold on. I'm not going to make it fit. I can't make it fit.
No, but...
Can't make it fit. There's something. So this guy, for whatever one of y'all this is for, the dad is got roses going to the mother. The mother is on the other side too. Is your mother past Julie? My birthday is around his death date. That's a possibility. Is your mother past Julie? It looked like she was on the other side too. No.
Would roses do, when they pass over, do they ever show you flowers as, hey, this is something I want to give to that person, or is it associated?
For birthday, I have another sign. So, but if he passed right around her birthday, that's a possibility. But my sign for birthday is, Gambino's Del Bash cake. But there was something, so what I saw was him, Rose's female.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something about him, Rose's female. So I got to go back in and figure this out. Oh, whose last name? What is her last name? Rachel, what is her last name? Oh, you mean Rex? No, it was
Rosa. No. That's
oh,
not...
maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even really think about it that way. Oh, Lisa's last name was Rosas. Maybe. I don't know. Let me find another. Let me go out there and try. Let me get in there and get another clue what this is about. Let me ask this question. Because I gotta get this clear. Lisa, is your mom on the other side? Julie said no. I need to see if Lisa's mom's on the other side. Okay, I think, Lisa, I do think this is for you because I think when I'm looking at the woman, she is grayed out. So I kind of feel she's on the other side. And I think that he's given his wife roses on the other side. So I need to say that. I got to ask you this question. And again, this is not something he's telling me. This is for my own curiosity. Was your mother and father divorced when they passed? Lisa? I'm trying to see if there's a new meaning to this because this is something different. And I'll explain it,
Okay. Yeah, I'm
when
curious.
she answers. Lisa, was your mother and father divorced? Yes. Okay, that answers it then. So think about it. He's apologizing to the mother on the other side, letting Lisa know they made up.
Yeah.
That they were best friends and they're still in love. So that's what they're trying to tell me. That's where I was going with this.
Yes, that's what I thought.
So this is definitely for you. That's your dad telling me that mom's over there. There's roses between them.
Did you see white
saying
roses?
that? Yeah, no, I see in black and white.
That's white. I saw white roses.
Well, I seen it was all I could see was the outline of rose. It was an outline. So I see an outline of a bunches of roses between him and her. So I think what your dad is trying to say to you, Lisa, is that, your mom is over there with him and that they are together over there and they are still in love, even though they were not together. Even though they still, they care about each other, even though they were divorced, that they're not divorced over there anymore.
The other side, it doesn't always follow the confines of social norms in this life.
Right,
so,
exactly.
Yes.
So I found that to be very beautiful. So that's the only. If I'm saying, why are you showing it to me this way? That was kind of they trying to spell out the story to me in my head. So I'm very visual, and I do feel the feeling. My visuals are my two sharpest things, and they're seldom ever wrong. Who had somebody that hung themselves? Somebody had a hanging? Somebody just dropped a hanging thing. Hey.
Hi.
Is that Celeste?
Celeste?
Hello there, Dawn. Did somebody have a hanging? Somebody had a friend that a female friend that got hung? Nobody's owning it. Okay, I was as I'm starting to back off, I saw a noose drop on that side. Okay, I won't go there. That was weird. As I was backing away from the scene, all of a sudden I saw a noose go, and it looked like somebody had.
Could that be a warning, or is that
that's usually a hanging. Whenever I see a noose drop, that's usually a hanging. So a male from high school, Rhonda. Okay. Could have, like I said, I was backing away, so I didn't pay much attention. I just saw the noose come down.
My brother just walked on somebody else.
Oh, your brother had a female friend that was hung? Oh, you had somebody, Mike? Okay, so there is somebody. Okay, well, as I was backing away, a female who popped in, who hung herself, and she wanted to say hello. It's really weird. That was weird. I wasn't even expecting that. That was out of nowhere. And that's really weird. So Tina, did she work at like a convenience store or a gas station or at some kind of grocery store or something? Do you understand that at all? She showed me like a gas pump, and I don't understand that. It looks like the gas pump to me. So I don't understand that. Mike, do you understand that? Did Amy work at a place like that? Like a store or a convenience store or
a barmaid?
Barmaid. Well, Unless that was a dry thing,
Yeah.
beer thing. I don't know.
No,
Give it a little,
or if it was like next door to one.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah,
pour
but-
thing, the thing that they
yes.
shoot. That's what it looked like. The thing
Yes.
they.
No, I wouldn't.
The thing they pop the.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't want alcohol stored in that unless it was just a brand new clean one.
Unless that was what I saw.
It was like maybe a gas station theme bar.
No,
I know what you're talking about.
the gun they used behind the bar. That's what it looked like.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Right.
Okay.
I didn't say like a pump. I saw just that's like what a nozzle looking thing.
I thought you meant like a carrier.
No. And that is all I know. Amy is the name of the girl that died in the restaurant that I worked in for 5 years. Okay. That's probably wild. Okay. That was weird. I was backing away and that just jumped out at me like there was no tomorrow. All right. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining us. That last one kind of threw me there because I wasn't expecting that. It was a surprise. That was a surprise. So, no problem.
There we go, our soft.
Thank you, Cindy. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us here at Touching Eternity, the podcast. We're every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. Please join us. Please tell people about us. Please let everybody know.
If there's any topics that you're curious about or would want us to cover in the future too, please let us know also, because we always love getting ideas and feedback from our viewers.
Absolutely. And you can also follow us on, if you missed the episode, you can follow it on YouTube. Plus, we're on TikTok.
Now. We're talking.
Yeah, we're all over on TikTok.
Yeah.
We got a lot of followers on TikTok.
I don't know how to do TikTok. Oh, I haven't signed up.
We have lots of followers on TikTok, and so we're out there. So come follow us, come join us, come have fun, laugh. Send us some topics you want to hear about. If you want to know more about mediumship, I have no problem doing some more topics on mediumship. That's not a problem. You want to know more about spirituality, we can talk about that. So there's all kinds of topics we can talk about. If you're not, we just did a whole month of haunted stuff. We can always go back and revisit ghost hunting and energies. And if anybody wants to talk about anything, about paranormal or negative, what is negative energy, we can talk about all those kind of things. So just let us know. That's what we're here for, is to keep the education rolling. Hey, Vicky. And that's what we're here for, is to keep the education going so that we can keep you informed and have fun with you guys. So again,
have a wonderful evening. Thank you for watching us, and a great rest of your week.
See you next Wednesday. Bye.